Garvey.
Hi, how are you doing today? I'm so excited to be here for the holiday segment.
We're so excited that you're here too. You're creating some cocktails for us tonight. What have you got on the table so far?
Absolutely. Let's kick it up and let's get started. Right now, I have the Grape Valley on the table. And what this is, it's an exciting, refreshing, sweet and tart, earthy cocktail. It's a martini-style cocktail that's perfect for brunch, yet elegant enough for dinner. And how we'll start this is with a handful of white grape. We'll muddle that in elderflower. We'll add a little bit of sweet white vermouth, gin, a half of a lime freshly squeezed. We'll muddle the mixture, and what it should come out looking like is this right here.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Delicious.
It's beautiful.
Extremely amazing. A great play on a martini. And moving on, I'll show you something that will wow all of your guests. This will make you a star bartender no matter where you are. It's called the Vermouth Sour. And what vermouth is, it's fortified wine. And what we're doing is we're making a cocktail out of vermouth. So what we'll do is, you see right here, I have half of the work done. My liquid ingredients in a tall Collins glass. I'll add ice. This is the part that makes the magic happen. You're going to do 3 dashes of bitters, and watch what happens to the bitters as I pour soda water on top. Floats to the bottom. It gives you this nice, magical, layered effect to it. And this is a sugary citrus note with a twist of bitters rounded by floral flavors. You might get a hint of melon, and I think it's perfect for you to wow your guests. My last concoction that I'm whipping up today, I'm extremely excited to share. It's a mulled wine, which is going to be perfect for this Christmas season. Absolutely. And the spice syrup in this mulled wine, along with the raspberry syrup, is what really makes it. You can find those recipes in my book, The Brunch God Cocktail Comic Book. It's a comic book and recipe book put together. You can find that at
that's amazing.
brunchgodwine.com. Thank you very much. So I have a tea kettle here. If you have a tea kettle or pot, you can put it on the stove. What you'll do is you'll start with a dry red wine, 1 bottle. I already have some of my mixture in here. I'll just add the rest. Then we'll put 4 ounces of my homemade raspberry syrup.
Does it matter what kind of red wine?
This is the perfect recipe for any leftover red wine. I just prefer a dry Malbec or a dry red wine. Gives it a nice little twist when I add the sweetness inside. So that's a great question. Any leftover red.
Oh, that's great. Well, I have another question while you're making that drink. What are some tools that you use to make the best drinks? You got to make your bar look good too, I would imagine. Your bar cart wants to look festive. So what are some good tools people can have on there to make the best drinks while they're entertaining their guests?
Absolutely. And the best drinks are made with the right tools. And every bartender needs a muddler, for instance. That's how we're muddling our white grapes in the Grape Valley. Every bartender needs a juicer, absolutely, because you're going to want to just buy a bag of lemon and limes and maybe some oranges and pop it in there. Fresh juice is better for your natural cocktails. Another key, a stirrer.
Ooh, okay.
Tool, of course. And I also have a really fancy juice here, more manual juicer. This is for up your bar.
It's nice. I love that.
Of course, I have a couple more gadgets as well, like a cocktail smoker. I have a couple more things, but I smell this amazing mulled wine, and I'm going to show you how to.
All right, so we've got about a minute left, so I want you to show us how to do this. And while we do this, I want you to give me in short, what would you tell somebody that was kind of new to the cocktail world?
This is a great question. I would say take your time and learn how to balance flavors. You understand balance between sweet, citrus, the balance between certain spirits and liqueurs, then you can understand the chemistry behind the cocktail and understand what it takes to really make each cocktail. Yeah, these questions, but they really speak to me. It allows me to showcase the passion that I have for this art.
Well, that's great. Garvey, we want to say thank you so much. I mean, your tips and tricks are just, they're great. And everybody's getting ready for the holidays. You want to have the best bartender at the party. Am I right? So thank you so much, Garvey, for being with us. And we look forward to reading your book.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure, and thank you for having me.
Katie, I'm going to be honest, that title for a book might have been the best I've ever heard.
Oh,
The Brunch God.